Hello there, Fantasy Premier League managers, and welcome to the FPL segment here on Sports Extra. My name is Dennis Number, and I'll be taking you through as we get ready and prepare for Game Week 7. Game Week 7 has a pretty interesting set of fixtures, the main one being the encounter between Liverpool FC and Manchester City. What a great game in prospects that is, and I'm looking forward to see what the outcome is. But it is a bit tricky on FPL managers who have players from both of those teams, because yeah, like any time when big teams clash together, it's a bit tricky for FPL managers because you just don't know which team is going to win. It's pretty unpredictable, and you don't know which players are going to put out that great performance. And so, a bit tricky one. But if you do have players from those teams, I wish you the very best. I myself only have one player from those two teams. I've got Diogo Jota, who I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that he's going to find the back of the net and earn me some good fantasy Premier League points. All right, so yeah, to get us ready for Game Week 7, I want to start by discussing Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal put out an incredible performance against their arch rivals Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, Tottenham Hotspur was just steamrolled, and Arsenal showed their quality, showed us who they are. They had a bad start to the season, but they did not let that define them. And yeah, what a great performance from each and every one of the 11 players that they selected for that fixture, from the back to the front, from the keeper to the gunman. They were just incredible. And I do reckon that it is high time you consider Arsenal players for your team. I myself have already transferred two of their players into my team. I've got Ben White and I've got Emil Smith Rowe, because I do believe that that confidence that they have from that fixture and that energy is going to spill over into the coming game weeks. And I believe that there is an opportunity for FPL managers to earn some points from Arsenal players. And it's not just Ben White and Emil Smith though. You are spoiled for choice. There's so many options from that Arsenal squad. There is quality. You talk about Aubameyang, you talk about Odegaard, you talk about Bukayo Saka, all those guys, Pepe, Maitland-Niles, Thomas Partey, who was just quality in that North London derby fixture. So yeah, Arsenal players, I've already jumped onto the wagon. And yeah, I do recommend that you take some Arsenal players into your Fantasy Premier League team. And talking about improving your squad, I want to talk about three players who I believe you should have at least one of them into your team. And these players, I've named them natural born finishers because they've shown consistency in finding the back of the net week in and week out. These three players are Mohamed Salah, Miguel Antonio, and Jamie Vardy. And these players share the top spot on the most goals scored in this season so far. They each have got 5 goals this season, and they've just been so reliable in terms of delivering and in terms of finding the back of the net. And yeah, I recommend that you have at least one of these players into your team. Well, I couldn't for this game week because I did a lot of chopping and changing in my team, so I couldn't afford. But for the long run, it is great to have one of these players into your team for their consistency. They will always earn you some points. I also want to talk about Manchester United. I mean, I'm a bit worried and concerned about their inconsistency and their style of football, which is the direction of their football is just not defined at the moment, and they seem to be winning games off of brilliant moments and off of brilliant moments from brilliant players, and that is just not good enough to be confident to put some players from Manchester United into my team. So yeah, to play it safe, I would say don't consider Manchester United, or don't use a lot of Manchester United players into your team, especially defenders, because the backline is just leaking, especially with the injuries of Maguire and Luke Shaw. So yeah, I wish you all the best for Game Week 7. And before I go, I just want to give you a rundown of my first 11 for Game Week 7. So in goal, I've got Martinez. My backline is consisting of 3 centre backs: Rudiger, Ben White, and Mings. My midfield is filled up with 5 players. I've got Jota, Said Benrahma, Greenwood, Smith Rowe, Ziyech, and I've got a front two of Danny Ings and Kelechi Iheanacho. My captain is Benrahma. So yeah, all the best for game week 7. I hope you do scoop up some nice points. But before I go, I just want to let you know that we as Sports Extra have got a fantasy league that you can join. It's quite competitive. There's some amazing managers in that league. So if you really want to test your managing abilities, then the Sports Extra Fantasy League is the one to join for you. All right, all the best for game week 7. Until next time, Dennis Number out.